and we are doing it. I had a Lions question that Spenmo presented to us. And by the way, you realize we're 8 weeks away?
It's almost time.
Like 8 weeks from today, we'll be talking about and reacting to Game 1 against the Kansas City Chiefs.
Couldn't come any faster.
Oh, man, we are. Can you get that as a drop? No, but anyway, Spenmo's got this question, and this has been something that I know some of the other shows have talked about, and it's really making the rounds on social media. Is Ben Johnson the number one offensive coordinator in the league? And
No,
Lindsay, look.
no.
Hey, Lindsay, look. I'm a big Ben Johnson guy. I'm happy he's back. Things were different under Ben Johnson. I think that's fair to say.
Yep.
However, Lindsay, that's a little aggressive, man. You look around the National Football League and some of the stuff people are running and everything like that.
Well, we know who the number one guy is. Right?
Do we?
Yes! We don't know who the number one offensive coordinator is in the NFL?
I think we're going to find out this year by proxy because he's not where he was before.
No, he was where he was before.
Yeah, and right now Spenny's got the list up there. Boy, old Jim Bob Cooter inside the top 10. Good work if you can get it, man.
Let me see. I can't see that.
Kellen Moore with the Chargers, right? I know that's got Sam Flannel's vote.
Hey, it's an upgrade.
This is the most bogus
It's an
list
upgrade.
I've ever seen. What the hell is this? Who made this list?
PFF,
What is that?
Pro Football Focus.
They suck.
No, Lindsay, here's the deal, man.
So how is there a list without Kyle Shanahan on it?
Well, he's a head coach.
He's offensive coordinator.
He does call all the plays and run the offense. It's fair. It's fair.
Yep. Brandon Katz says Neal overrates Johnson and Goff. The Lions will face much tougher defenses this year. Goff isn't going to be playing the G League Bears defense twice this season. Well, technically they would be, right? Because they're in the division.
They upgraded some at linebacker.
No,
at
they
least.
certainly
Yes,
did. No,
yes.
they certainly did. Well, because I've been the one telling you guys, be aware of the Bears.
Yes, you have.
Be aware.
You think
He's
the
a
Bears
bear.
are going to challenge a little bit?
They're going to do more than people are giving them credit for. And I think next year there fits to be a problem. I do. But that's not what we're on right now, though. But
right.
The whole Ben Johnson mania, all I'm saying is it's a bit aggressive, Lindsay. It's a bit aggressive.
Well, here's the thing. If all of the hype is true, which we don't think it's hype, we think it's substance, right? The Lions now have substance to the hype.
A half a season of substance, right? I'm not hating Lindsay. I'm the most realistic dude out here, man.
Right.
I'll sit and listen to somebody's takes. I can be swayed by it. But when you boil this all down, man, that's what it is. And I'm not saying that I'm not high on the Lions or I don't expect them to win the division. I'm not saying that.
Right,
I'm
right.
saying Ben Johnson is the number one offensive coordinator in the league right now. In this league, when you look around at what teams are doing offensively, I just think it's aggressive, Lindsay. That's all. I think that's fair. Flannel, wait, where are you at with this one, man?
I think that he is the best offensive coordinator in
Wow.
the NFL right now. And I get it. You could look at guys like Andy Reid or Kyle Shanahan who are basically offensive coordinators who are also head coaches. But when you're looking at pure offensive coordinators, if you go off of that list, last season, the Detroit Lions were a top 5 scoring offense in the NFL. Jared Goff had the best season of his life. Amon-Ra St. Brown had over 100 catches for over 1,000 yards. And I have kind of a crazy stat for you guys about 2021. For the first 11 games of the season, the Detroit Lions were obviously 0-10-1. We're averaging 15.8 points per game, which is morbid. That's an 0-17 offense. In the last 6, when Ben Johnson kind of got elevated, had some sea legs under him to a passing game coordinator, the Lions were 3-3. The offense was scoring 25.2 points per game. Jared Goff had 9 touchdowns, 2 picks in his 4 starts. Amon-Ra St. Brown had 51 catches, 560 yards, and 5 touchdowns in 6 games. The Ben Johnson effect is real. Under Anthony Lynn, with largely the same personnel, the offense looked morbid, stuck in the mud. When Ben Johnson was elevated, he has leveled up this offense to a top 5 to 7 offense, and it's stayed there ever since. It stayed there last year even for a whole season.
No, and it's funny when you go to that flannel and you under Anthony Lynn ... and I'm like, oh.
Those were rough times.
And it wasn't that long ago. That's what's wild to me. And look, Lindsay, the narrative is flipped. There is no question about it. The results are tangible. Sam Flannel gave you the numbers. And I don't disagree with anything that he said. But to say he's the best offensive coordinator in this league right now is a little extra.
Well, okay, taking away the guys that are head coaches, like you said, you know.
Andy Reid's another
Andy
one.
Reid,
He's
Kyle
an
Shanahan,
offensive coordinator,
Sean
head
McVay.
coach.
But
Yeah.
if you take those guys out the equation and just go purely offensive coordinators, then maybe so. Maybe so. But we'll
Am I
see. But my
crazy?
thing is this. But my thing is this. Since, you know, all these ingredients are starting to look like a master chef is putting them together, then why can't everybody that believes these things to be true believe that the Lions have a legitimate shot to make the Super Bowl?
And that's your overriding point. You circle back to this, and you're not wrong. You're doing what I like to call working backwards, right? Like if you say this, then these 3 things have to happen or have to be true. If you're here, the build up to it is these 3 steps. You have to embrace it.
Exactly.
And I don't and look, you're not wrong either. I'm being a little more timid, but I'm open about it. I'm saying, hey, I'll get there. I'm just not there yet, like everybody else is, and that's okay.
You're getting more data that is telling you that this is what's supposed to happen, right?
Yeah, and where it is, look, for me, again, yes, there is a green arrow next to him, no question about it. He's an up-and-coming star in the business, no question about it. But at the same time, this all circles back to, Lindsay, what you said, and my greater, bigger point about this upcoming Lions season. This is what's on the line, everybody. Like, it is real.
Yes.
And I still think that when we look ahead to week 1, or we look ahead to Ben Johnson as one of the best offensive coordinators in the game, all these things, which I'm on board, which I'm behind this microphone perpetuating too, on a daily basis. When we get through all that, we have to remember that this is what's on the line. And it gets real AF 8 weeks from today. And then you have nothing else to go on except what happens.
Right.
All the talk stops. In 8 weeks, all the talk, all of it. And it's time to put up or shut up. One of the two.
Either we're going to be stoked not scared, or
hiding. In hiding.
Or tuck our tails.
Yeah.
Not scared.
Yeah.
Stoked not scared. Stoked not scared. Stoked not scared.
Tuck our tails. Tuck our tails.